toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. He'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. The killer here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Give to Cook out of the gun. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd down and 8. To throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. He'll get the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's just scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
To throw now on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. We're scoreless after one.
Quarter with no score.
Second quarter action down from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a second down coming up.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
They did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I to think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
It's a gain of
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the move you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st down, Cook. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. caught left side. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
18 on the play.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was in the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And it brings up third down.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact off the ball, 3, and it's fourth down. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. We'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before
What is that?
12 yards there and a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete.
All right. Good game, Diddy. We won this game because you got to be kidding me.
It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
You can't make this up. Oh.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop the throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Jared Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Third down. Third and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to number 85. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. The 45-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete.
He certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. There is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Oh my goodness.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Illegal block in the back. Wow.
Going deep for Diggs. And this one is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Him in stride. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be incomplete. A real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. We'll call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
1st down, Minnesota.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line, so they've actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Left side, it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 7-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 8. Pressure too strong. Down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking left side, and It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That third down conversion good for 23.
Minnesota.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Well, officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, partner, still a head-scratcher to me how this one ended. Down 3. I just thought, you know, no matter the situation, you're in a spot where you can kick that field goal, go to overtime. Why not do it?
And this is where I think the analytics guys are going to continue to get more and more traction in the league. You know, we've talked about different people now saying, I need a game management coach, someone in the booth to take the emotion out of it. Did they lose track of where they were on the clock, right? Did they lose track of where they were on the field? Was it makeable for their kicker? All those things come into play here, and it turns out they don't get it done.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium.